try and get both colors to control the pest and enjoy your cabbages. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It's just so beautiful and perfect. If you've not started growing cabbages, you should. And I'm going to tell you why. Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Mary if you're new here, and this is our container garden. And this is my beautiful cabbage this morning. Cabbages aren't just delicious, guys, they're absolutely nutritious. And should you learn the techniques to planting cabbages, you can do it too. Speaking about how to plant cabbage, let me show you exactly how I start my cabbages, and also I'll share a little of my experiences with you with cabbage, because I've had challenges starting in the beginning. I wasn't sure how to get it done properly. They wouldn't fold and stuff like that. And so let me show you how I do that, just so you're encouraged to grow this absolutely delicious and not to mention nutritious vegetable in your garden, right in your backyard. All right. This is my nursery slash drying station. I have my cayenne peppers drying here, my ginger and turmeric that I harvested drying there. But right here, I have some baby cabbages coming, and I basically start them in soil, regular topsoil mixed with horse manure. And that's just to lighten the soil so the seedlings, because they're so tiny, they grow easily. And I have both the red and green planted in here. As soon as they establish true leaves, then I start planting them out. 2 or 4 true leaves, I start planting them out into the garden. That way they're strong enough. They're not in the direct sun. They're under the garage now, but they can be sowed straight out in the sun, guys. And even under grow lights inside, you can start your seedlings. I am planting both the red and green at the same time, and that's not just for beauty. So let me explain exactly why I plant both colors. These are looking nice. These are about 5 days old now, and I have some sweet peppers coming up on this side. But let me show you exactly why I plant both the red and the green at the same time. So here I have a green, a red, a green, a red planted right next to each other. And that's because at the initial stage planting cabbages, I had so much problem with cabbage worms, and I just could not get rid of them. My way of taking care of the pest on the cabbages is by just picking them off, and it got overwhelming for me. I just could not manage to pick off all of the worms quick enough in order for them not to totally destroy my plants. There's still a little bit of pest damage on these, but I had to do some research to find out. Actually, I bumped into the red cabbage in the supermarket and planted it and realized that no, worms attacked it and they were just eating the red ones. And so I had to do a little research. So if you notice, everywhere I have a red, I have a green. What I found out was, because the eggs, most of the insects, their eggs are green. The stink bug, their eggs are green. The hornworm, their eggs are green. The cabbage worm, their eggs are green. So they don't have brains, but they have instinct. They know that if they lay on the green cabbage, it's less likely that you will see the eggs because the eggs are green too. And so that is the reason why they always lay on the green one first. They will lay on the red, but it's when there is no green to lay on. And so I realized that planting the red next to the green, it confuses, believe it or not, it confuses the um the pest from laying on your cabbage. And I've done this for about almost a year, and I've seen where it has worked. So you've asked, what do you do to keep the pest off of your plant? Guys, if I had sprayed my vegetables, there wouldn't be so much pest on the pepper right close to it. There is absolute, not even soapy water do I put on my vegetables, the cabbages, nothing at all is on them. The cabbage, the lettuce, the pak choi, I don't spray nothing. The soapy water I'll spray on like the peppers, but not the ones that I'm going to eat the leaves because we don't know what is in the soap really. So there is absolutely no spray on these. So that's one way to keep the pest. That's one way I use, and you can give it a shot too, to keep the pest off of your cabbage. And guys, I'm encouraging you to plant cabbage. Don't be shy, plant it. And if you fail, I'm going to share a little bit of my failures with cabbages with you in a minute. Let me harvest this baby. This is a gorgeous head of cabbage. Guys, please share this video for those persons who are struggling like myself when I just started. Please share the video so that others are able to be encouraged to plant cabbages. This is beautiful. Absolutely no pest damage on this beautiful head of cabbage, guys. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Let's go add this to the harvest. So, guys, let me just cut right here. I hope you don't break with me. The first set of cabbages that I planted in this container right behind me. This one right here, all green cabbage, beautiful up to a point, and then the pest just totally took care of them for me. Now, when I planted that batch, I figured it was susceptible to pests because of the seeds. Those were my local seeds. And so I started to source seeds elsewhere, overseas, to plant in the garden. That was the biggest mistake. That was just a waste of money and waste of time, waste of effort, everything. It just did not do well. So when I say to you, cabbages are easy to grow, you have to take into consideration certain factors. Like the seeds, where the seeds are, they are tailored to your climate. So pay attention to the type of seed you're purchasing. If it has a certain temperature on there, check to see if it is conducive to warmer climates or colder climates. When I checked the package after the fact, I realized that the cabbages would not produce in the heat that we have here in Jamaica. And then you might be in a colder country, so the cabbages that do well in Jamaica might not do well in a colder country. So what we did is we purchased local seed, and that was a game changer. So be very mindful of the seeds that you're purchasing, not because it says cabbage mean it will do well everywhere, because I've learned that's definitely not the case. All of these cabbages planted in my garden are local cabbage seeds. I'm going to show you one cabbage now that is currently growing in the garden that was purchased overseas from, I believe it was in my garden, and those cabbages do well in cooler climates. It is growing, but let me take you up top and show you what it looks like. This one can be harvested too, but we can eat more than those. Weigh probably one weigh 3 and one about 2.5. We can eat 5.5 pounds of cabbage, so we'll leave that for a later date. Do you see the marriage we have going on here, guys? One, I harvested the green from here. This red one, even though it looks like it's there, we harvested the cabbage and already had it. These are for the rabbits, so I just leave them in place and feed them a leaf at a time. I don't give them too much cabbage. But these are planted the same way. Red, green, and it just staves off the pest. Knock on wood, I hope it remains that way. So give it a shot, guys. Plant them mixed and see if it works for you. And of course, come back and let me know in the comment. The cabbage I'm making reference to is back here on the back stand. If you notice, all of them red, green has worked out fantastic for me. Making my way back there. Don't leave me, guys. I'm on my way to you. Now, this cabbage that you're looking at right here, this cabbage is from MI Gardener. It is growing, but it is not thriving. And it is planted in the same soil that my other cabbages are planted in. It is starting to fold. Let me try and show you. It is starting to fold. So I will get a head of cabbage from it, but chances are it would be smaller. And so I encourage you to plant the seed that is available and specify the temperature in your country or in your zone so you plant the right one. Yeah, so that's that on the seeds purchasing. No, can you see the scallion right here? I thought the scallion would ward off the pest. Alliums usually do, or they should do, but in my garden, guys, I believe the pests have become immune to the alliums because they're now laying their eggs on the onion, the scallion. They're eating the onion, scallion, the garlic. So the best thing I've seen that works for me is just companion planting them with each other, the red and the green, and it lessens the pest attack. They will still attack, but you just have to be vigilant and pick those eggs off before they hatch out, or get rid of the worms as quickly as possible. And that's how I manage the pest on the cabbages. Guys, you know, some vegetables, when you plant them and you harvest them, that's a one-time thing, and it's done with. I'm encouraging you to plant cabbages not for so many reasons, not just one reason, just to have food to eat, a one-time harvest. This is a red cabbage and it grows a little bit slower, a lot slower. But this is a green cabbage that I harvested from right here. Now, if you leave your cabbage stem in, which I usually do, you can get several little heads from that one cabbage. Can you see what's going on here? I have 4 little heads forming, and if you allow them to stay long enough, feed them some more, they will form little heads of cabbages. And I've done so in the past. I've showed that to you, but several videos back, way back, guys. I've harvested 1 cabbage down there and I got 4 little heads from the same cabbage. But if you don't have that patience, these can be eaten as well. So while you wait on your other cabbages to start forming heads and come in, your older cabbage that you harvested, you can eat the greens that grows from the stem of the cabbage. Very versatile. Speaking of versatility, guys, as I said when I just started the video, you can eat cabbage cooked, you can eat it raw, but some persons do have problems eating cabbage whether cooked or raw. But there are other ways you can enjoy cabbage and enjoy the benefits of, that's the medicinal benefits of cabbages, if it is that you get gas each time you eat cabbage, and we don't like gas. All of these cabbages that you're looking at here, all of them were planted at the same time, but I don't mind them coming in a little at a time like this, because as you know, this is our living pantry. This is where we eat from every day, so I don't mind harvesting some first and then the others after. But what I have to do is plant, sow, like you saw, I sow seeds over there. I have to sow so that when the green ones are harvested, I have green seedlings to replace it, while the red ones form their head, take their time. Guys, they take like twice the amount of time to produce. But what we were speaking about was how we consume cabbage without getting gas. Now, cabbages make one of the best juices. It is a powerful detoxer. It is loaded with antioxidants, especially um, the red leaf cabbage. It makes a very, it's delicious if you know how to spice it up with your lime and your ginger, your lemon, piece of pineapple, and so on. You can make really delicious juices from your cabbage. If it's just for detox, you might want to just put some onions and garlic in there and have the juice. That way you benefit from the nutrients that it, the cabbage is loaded with nutrients, guys. You benefit from that nutrients without getting that gas, because the gas comes from the pulp of the cabbage itself and not from the juice, really. It is high in fiber and very low in cholesterol. So what that will do is, in calories, sorry, not cholesterol, calories, I'm sorry. So what that will do, you will feel full for longer, but not get fatter, essentially. So it is very, very good for you. If you're able to eat it, that's good, because that fiber is good for your gut. But if not, you can have the juice, get all of that nutrients without the bloating. Plant some cabbage, guys. I do have one red cabbage. I think I have two ready to be harvested. This one along with that one over there. As I said, the red cabbages, they don't get as big as the green ones. So once it's at this size, and this is really, really tight, guys, it can be harvested. You don't want it to split and start growing, because it will bolt as well. So this one is perfect to be harvested and to be added right now. Another thing is, the red cabbage is way more crunchy than the green, so you can cook it for longer and it remain really, really crunchy. So if you're into crunchy vegetables, the red cabbage is a go-to for you. This weighs about 1 pound, but it is really, really tight inside. It's a beautiful head of cabbage. All right. So I went and got my cabbages to show you. Well, this is my harvest, but I wanted to show you the size comparison. Did you see my harvest? I wanted to show you the size comparison with when I've seen huge red cabbages. Let me show you with the smaller one. This is the bigger one. This is the smaller one with my cabbages. As you can see, the red one is very small compared to the green ones. But guys, I understand this one is loaded with more nutrients than the green, and usually anything red, it's actually purple, but anything red is good for the blood, and so I'd rather to eat this little one than this big one if I'm going to get the nutrients that my body needs. Yes, so plant cabbage. So let us quickly recap the reason I'm encouraging you to plant cabbages. So guys, the most important thing to do, well, the most important thing to do is really planting cabbage. But then the second most important thing to do is to choose the right seeds to plant, because that's where you need a foundation. Without a foundation, you're really, really shaky. And so the first thing is research the type of seed that does well in your zone or your country, the area that you're living in, to plant. Now, if there's a soil specification based on where you live, choose that as well. I use regular topsoil, dirt mixed with my manure, and sow my seeds. Another thing, if you're sowing your seeds and you're not seeing them germinating, chances are there might be pests inside of your soil. What you can do is put it in a container that you are able to put really, really high temperature water in. Boil some water and use it to sterilize your soil. Just pour the hot water on your soil in a container that the soil is able to drain in. When it cools, then you sow your seed. As soon as you get 2 to 4 true leaves, you can transplant your seedlings, whether in your bed, the ground, or in pots like I do, and just keep feeding your plant. No, I do not provide any commercial fertilizer to these. As the sun shine above me, all I put on these are the rabbit manure. Before, I used chicken manure and horse manure. For these, all I feed these are my rabbit manure. These need mostly nitrogen. They need other nutrients in the soil, but usually that's already provided in the soil. For sandy soil, may not, but if you have sandy soil, just add some compost to it and it will grow. I don't add any fertilizer to these. All I add is the rabbit manure, and that's because rabbit manure isn't high in just nitrogen. It has potassium, calcium. It has a lot of nutrients in there, and so that is why my preferred manure is the rabbits. Hence the reason I got them. So plant in the correct soil, watch out for pests, try and get both colors to control the pest, and enjoy your cabbages. Just watch them grow and enjoy them. And please leave comments and let me know if you are going to try, if you have been trying, if you have been successful or if you have failed like myself many times. Let me know in the comment, guys. And also remember to share the videos that I post on a daily basis for others to learn and to be encouraged by them. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And again, plant cabbage. Plant it, guys. You won't regret it. All right. Please subscribe if you've not already done so. Please like and share the videos. Leave your comments. Be good. As I always say, be the light in somebody's life today. All right, guys. Take care, my members. Big up yourselves. Appreciate you all. Take care.